Alright, welcome aboard. Pardon the audio. I'm using a headset mic and I'm in a room that's pretty bouncy, but I think we'll be okay. I was sent this video called Reacting to That Tonewood Video, or Reacting to That Tonewood Video. What Does the Air Guitar Test Prove? By Kris Barocsi. Um, this is talking about that video that Jim Lill put out called Tested. Where does the tone come from in an electric guitar? And this guy just, he built this guitar by putting a bridge on one desk and putting a nut on the other side of nut and tuners on another desk, and running guitar strings through them and putting a pickup underneath. And if you're part of the reality-based community, you probably know exactly what happened. It sounded like a regular electric guitar, right? I mean, there could be some factors or whatever, but basically an electric guitar is a generator, just like the alternator in your car. If you change your car's hood to wood, it's not going to make any difference to the alternator. It's still going to work. It's steel busting up a magnetic field. That's how you get your sound. And so, this Tonewood debate, we thought was kind of dead already, but maybe not, because there's this thing. Now this is a while ago. It says February 3, so this came out not too long after Jim's video came out. We talk about Jim's videos all the time on here. He really does a great job on this stuff, but let's see what this has to say. Yeah, and let me know if the audio's, if the video's too loud or my voice is too loud, or the other way around. Let me know. Alright, is anybody already worried that this might be damning with faint praise? This is it's already kind of sounding like that, isn't it? Let me see. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I don't want to get DMCA'd, but this is transformative. We are adding some substantial content. Sorry, I'm exhausted, man. It's been a very long weekend. Let me see if I can't throw this webcam on, so at least they'll shut up about that. Or did I blow this webcam up? I can't remember. Let's see. Oh, excuse me. I thought I remember busting this thing somehow. Oh, there we are. So there's my ugly face. So now I'm on here, so it's transforming it, right? Is that how that works? Anyhow, here we go. I don't want to trigger Tone Junkie XL or whatever, where he does like the, should I say clickbait video, and then says he's going to go into the video and then goes into some long intro or starts playing guitar or something. Hey, you're getting his stuff for free most of the time. I know he sells presets or whatever. This I'm talking about Tone Junkie, but it's the price you pay for getting this free information from the channel is to sit through their whatever. But if you say let's get right into it and then you go to something like this, I don't know, kind of lame. Jeez, I don't think he says that though. Let's see what he says. Oh no, so he says let me explain why, and then he goes into this thing. Let's hope this isn't 20 minutes of just noodling around, even though he said let me explain why. I know I'm being pedantic here or whatever. All right. I haven't been explained why yet. Let's see. Yeah, I'm falling asleep. Sorry. Really tired. All right. I still don't hear an explanation. Let's skip ahead a little bit here. All right, subscribe, like, subscribe, whatever. Oh man, this doesn't this sound like they're for real damning with Saint faint praise. Okay. So anytime when you're dealing with an apologist, like especially with those presuppositional apologetics kind of guys, they'll say, I find it interesting. And whenever they say, I find it interesting, they don't mean they find anything interesting. They don't find it interesting at all. They are just calling you out for something. It's one of those really dishonest things. I don't know if he's doing this, but like, see how tainted I am? Sorry about that. Okay, so he's coming to a different conclusion. That's fine. Okay. Okay, wait a second. It's like he said that there's going to be a problem because these three guitars kind of sound the same, and then he just went on to some other point. Like, what are you doing, dude? Are you trying to make a claim that different species of wood have different dead spots? I don't think you're saying that. It sounds like you're straw manning us, honestly, but I don't want to straw man you. Um, are you saying that different species of wood or different picks of wood are going to have less dead spots? I mean, I suppose you could have a big old knot or something in your guitar. I don't even know if that would make a dead spot though. And we're not talking about one strummed chord. We're talking about, does the wood make an EQ curve? If it doesn't, then what are you talking about? That's all you got. You got a multi-band compressor. Maybe you could try and say that the wood dynamically affects the tone based on input level or whatever. Or you can be talking about an EQ curve, basically. Or you could be talking about some kind of distortion or something. But sorry, that's what it is. It's not. Don't care. Uh, right off the bat, and I'm sure somebody already said this, he's playing it differently. And I mean, what? what's more likely, that your tolerance is, like your capacitor's 20% off, or your resistor's 10% off? We know these are phenomena that happen, or that the species of wood or whatever is having some magical effect on an electronic motor, basically. I'd probably I'd probably say it's the tolerance of the electronics, if anything. But I mean, you're playing it different. Come on. They sound so close anyway. It doesn't matter. Get out of here. Because okay, let's go. Now you made the claim because physics. Okay, now you're throwing down the gauntlet, man. Like this is the slap in the face of the glove. So let's hear this physics. Don't care about your experience. When you're talking about medicine, the scariest words you can hear from a doctor, your three scariest words are "in my experience." The plural of anecdote is anecdotes, not data. I'm getting too snarky. I'm gonna get my ugly face off here. Sorry. Okay. Yep. You disturb that magnetic field by smashing a steel string through it. Yes. All right. Now we're on to something. The guitar could dampen the strings, and like Ethan Weiner was saying, you'd probably make a guitar out of concrete, and you'd end up with a lot of sustain. But it's not that much dampening. If you watch somebody, there's millions of people, or not millions, tons of people have made sustain videos, and it's crazy how little the wood makes. I mean, somebody made it out of like cardboard or whatever, and still sustained almost the same. It's other things like shaky bridges or whatever. Like you're damping. It's going to happen anyway. The air is damping the strings. I don't think. I mean, the air is probably going to make more of a difference than just about anything on a decently made guitar, right? And the damping doesn't really matter to. Okay, so let's just. The damping's not really going to matter to the electric tone, because remember that the tone is the string breaking the magnetic field of the pickup. God, I'm so exhausted. I can't talk right. The tone is the sound of the guitar is the string breaking up the magnetic field on the pickup. And sure, the guitars uh, physics on the guitar could affect it somewhat, but not by much. I mean, you really think that a bit of different vibration is going to really make it through that giant swing of that string? Maybe. All right, well, let's just see what he's saying. So he's going through a couple different necks and saying they sound different. He's saying it affects the tone. I'm not convinced. I mean, you think that's proving something? This really sounds like this Deepak Oprah Chopra, you know, Power of positive thinking or something. I don't know. Sorry. Yes. And it'll lose some sustain. Yeah. It will, but it's most likely that's just going to make it shorter. I mean, are you really thinking that that is going to have that much of a difference on the way that string is cutting through that magnetic field? I mean, I don't think so. I mean, it's going to sustain less, and it could be the tiniest little thing, but not by much. That's a hell of a claim. I don't know that how are you going to prove that. That what makes a guitar exciting. I don't know how we're measuring excitement in, but you're claiming a phenomenon. I don't know that we have any evidence for it whatsoever. You're certainly not giving any. Yeah, yeah, and amazing that it sounded exactly the same, right? Could okay. So he's talking about chimes, overtones. I think that's harmonics. We could measure that and see if they have any. He's claiming it doesn't have any. That one of them has and one of them doesn't, or whatever. That's a claim. Can you back it up? So you're saying by listening to that video and you hear it and there's no chime? So you're saying that the pick attack is spongy? How do you know? Like, I don't know that I even want to finish this. This is just a bunch of bald assertions. This is like when you get in an argument with an apologist, man. This is really sounds like dorky. So he's making a lot of claims. You know, in an ABX test, if this were blind, what do you guys think you'd be able to? Think you could pick this out? I'm spoiler alert. I doubt it. So making a lot of claims, but there's no evidence. You say that, but did you measure it? Like these are. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm just about 10 seconds from just shutting this video off. Like these are just bald assertions. You guys really want me to talk about bald assertions? That which is presented with evidence with sorry, that which is presented with no evidence can be dismissed without evidence, right? Yeah. That, that's a good question. So, and this is where we talk about the threshold of audibility and stuff. Like, sure, I used to go around worrying about crossover distortion on mic preamps, and I would tell people you got to buy this $5,000 mic preamp, whatever, because it doesn't have any crossover distortion, because it's Class A or whatever. The crossover distortion is so far below human audibility, as far as I can tell. Sorry. I think, unlike mic preamps and stuff anymore, that it's not even a thing. So is 90% good enough? I would think so, but I mean 10% difference is just in playing. I tell you, moving your fingers different is going to sound more different than that 10%. Look, you've got to show that there's differences before we start speculating on the differences. I'm not convinced that you've shown any evidence that there's differences. All right, so we got him just playing again. All right, I'm not sure what this is about. All right, I think he's just playing. I'm gonna skip this. Maybe you really want to take on Glenn Fricker. He's gonna look in the camera and just start yelling. But yeah, that's worth it. That's awesome, actually. Um, I'm surprised Ola said that. That's actually interesting because I would think that that guy was say whatever you paid him to say. But that's interesting. That's good, Ola. Thank you, Ola. Yeah, that was a strange one, actually. Oh, all right, we just heard it just right there. So, okay, is this why you guys sent this video? So that's what it is. The you wouldn't know tone. You wouldn't be able to hear the difference because you're doing metal. Um, because there aren't different tones in metal. All right, man. There you heard it. That's just awesome. I think he's gonna say like the distortion covers it up or something like that, but it doesn't. whatever filtering and tone shaping it does, unless you're doing tone matching, the differences are still going to be there. In fact, the differences may even be boosted up. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's see. You say that. I don't think you're right. And I think you just gave it away that the cheapo Epiphone and the 59 Les Paul, I mean, that's give them the same pickups. I bet you they're going to sound the same. I don't care if the amp's a high gain or low gain. This guy is like bigotry and derision towards metal. It's pretty funny. Like this is classic, man. Like this is such a poisoning the well ad hominem. Uh, we could say the same stuff about all you jingle jangle guys, but we don't. No, it's not. Go plug into the highest gain amp in the universe and flip between the neck pickup and the bridge pickup. And if you don't hear the difference there, you are unqualified to speak on any of this. And you're just full of crap. So go try that out and tell me that you don't hear the difference between the neck and the bridge pickup on any guitar. Through the most Gainerson amp out there. And the compression is probably going to bring up the differences, not hide them. Oh, now he's going to attack the produced guitar tones. Dude, this guy. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Yes, you are. Then it would be really, really easy to test them and show them. And you guys haven't. Like, you have these, like, videos where you play two different guitars two different ways, and that's supposed to be a convincing test? That's just little. It's like pea hacking. Come on. Would you guys play again? Yep. Wow. Okay, so if wood makes that big of a difference, then a giant wood bench would make a hell of a lot more difference than a little guitar worth of wood. Like what point are you trying to make here? Yeah, so what? It's attached to wood, but it's not attached to anything like a guitar. So then you're digging your own hole here. If that action reaction thing's happening, and it's making it similar to a regular guitar, whether it's a gigantic bench or a tiny little piece of wood, uh, that's kind of giving away the farm, isn't it? It's an air guitar. Get out of here. Come on. He could have made them out of metal and would have. No, not really. I'm not going to hit dislike. I hit like. I appreciate that you made this video, but you just come on. You got to bring evidence to the table. You're gonna play with the reality-based community. You got to bring evidence. You can't just make bald assertions. Anyhow, that's enough for me. I don't want to torture myself with this. I'm not going to torture you.